Hello friends, my name is AleXarcs and welcome back to some more Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 Remake. In this video, I'm going to be talking you through my strategy for beating the Legend Score Expert Challenge on Kona. This challenge requires you to score over 2.3 million in a 2-minute session or single combo on the Kona level. Assist mods must be disabled. Your reward is the Kona Legend deck, which is a mirror finish deck with a reflection of the Kona level in it. This one's quite colourful and you can see the snake slalom in the middle. In this video, I'm not going to be talking about my basic strategy or my character and his stats and tricks. If you do want to see that, you can check it out in the first video from my Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 series. I have left a link to this and also a link to the full playlist of all these Tony Hawk's 3 and 4 levels in the description below. Kona. To start off with, we're going to head to the left and we're going to go into this bowl. We also want to get our special meter filled. All of our combos are going to take place inside this bowl. Now I do try and start a combo, but I end up bailing, which usually I would just instantly restart, but this time I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to do a special air trick, revert, manual, and then special air trick again. Revert, manual to the left, and then special level out to the left. We're then going to grind, and then we're going to jump to the left, land in a manual, and then special level out to the left. Grind, jump to the left, land in a manual, and then special level out to the left. Grind again, and you can see now I've got a little loop going here where we're just going to keep doing special level outs, grinds, manuals, and more special level outs. It is worth noting that you can actually special level out to the right and do a clockwise route. I will show this in the second combo that I run in this area. Now there's only one real tricky part of this line, and it is this special level out here. Sometimes when you press the level out button, which is R2 on PS5, you will actually hip transfer into the half pipe section you can see right there. What I do is I wait until the very height of my jump has been completed, and then I'll hit the R2 button to level out, and typically that will not let me hip transfer into the half pipe. At this stage I'm looking to get into a lip stall, however I misjudged the curvature of the bowl and end up getting into a very slow grind instead. I managed to jump out of that and then get into my manual and finish off with my rail flips. Now this combo actually hits a little bit lower than I actually wanted it to. I did miss a couple of special tricks and didn't get into my lip stall either. That's not a problem though, because I've still managed to generate over 113,000 base score and managed to land a 10.8 million combo. Now this is actually one of those runs where weirdly I managed to score a lot more on the second combo than I do on the first. Here you see me start my second combo with just enough time to spare, and I'm actually doing the clockwise route. So I'm special leveling out to the right this time, and you can see that I have to change the positions where I jump. However, I am more or less doing special level outs along the same edges of the bowl. So there's this one in front of the skate shop, and there is this one in front of the half pipe section here. I'm still being careful to avoid the hip transfer issue that I mentioned earlier. Another way of doing it is trying to position yourself so that you take the big air right in between the two quarter pipe sections of the half pipe. There's actually a line in the bowl which you can use as a reference marker. If you travel straight up it like I did just there, you shouldn't have any issues with the spine transfer to the half pipe. As you can see, my combo is still ticking on. I've now got over 80,000 base score, and I somehow managed to pull a weird backwards grind there. I think it was to do with the rotation that I got with my racketeer. However, it does look rather peculiar when you actually see it happening. My balance meters are actually pretty far gone at this stage, but I keep pushing knowing that I can get even more out of this combo. I managed to get into my lip stall this time. Like I said previously, the edges of this bowl can be quite hard to tell actually where they are and what angle you're taking relative to them. So be careful when you're trying to get into your lip stall. I managed to come out of that though, get into my manual, and now I'm just finishing off with my rail flips. As you can see, my base score is about the same as it was with my first combo, however my multiplier this time around is significantly higher. This means I can land for just over 14 million, giving me a total score of 25 million. Now this is 10 times more than you actually need for the Legend score, so there's definitely space in this line for you to account for your own skills and mix it up however you want. I do hope you found this video informative and helpful. If you have, then please leave a like and a comment sharing how you got on with the challenge. Also, please consider subscribing to become a friend and to stay up to date with me and all my future Tony Hawk's 3 and 4 content. I'd just like to say thank you for watching, friends. Stay awesome. Bye!